All right, here we have a 2013 Dodge Journey RT edition. So this is another car that I drive from time to time because it is a family member's of mine. So it works perfectly for what she needs it to do. She moved up from a Ford Fusion, 2012 Ford Fusion, up to this 2013 Dodge Journey RT loaded. It has the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6, which puts out about 286 horsepower, roughly right around that for torque. And it hauls this vehicle fairly well. I've driven Dodge products with the 4-cylinder. I believe it's a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder. I can't remember what they put in this vehicle. Anyway, it's got about 174 horsepower. That engine sucks. But this 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 in this Journey allows it a 0-60 time in 7 seconds. So adequate for its class. Really though, I'm doing this review to show the long-term aspect of it. This is a 2013. It's got 106,632 miles on it. And we're going to turn the lights on here so we can see. And I have to say, this is an economy car. This is an econo box. But realistically, this vehicle still looks fairly brand new considering the age of it. It's almost 10 years old now. The 8.4-inch Uconnect system, which is still used in some of the new Chrysler products here in 2022, is very efficient. I'll have a little tutorial about that as well. Like I was saying before I got interrupted here, the 8.4-inch Uconnect is very high-tech for this vehicle and for its class. If this vehicle didn't have the 8.4-inch Uconnect, it wouldn't be that great of a vehicle. But interior review here, high mileage, 106,000 miles. The interior is held up very well. Now, the girl who drives this is like 130 pounds, so the seat really is not worn out very much. I mean, you can look at that seat, and you could look at my 2012 Genesis here and see that my Genesis seat has not held up nearly as well as this Dodge seat here. So, interior, fantastic. As you can see, this Journey has the DVD player as well, but you see, I detailed this car today. You can see a little bit of the headrest there. But otherwise, this interior has held up very, very well. It looks very brand new. I can say I'm thoroughly impressed with this vehicle here. Third seat never gets used. Yeah. Very thoroughly impressed with this vehicle so far with it at 106,000 miles on it. Moving over some basics of the vehicle here. You have your cruise control, reset, set, cancel. You have a little, just like any other Chrysler vehicle of this era, you've got a menu button option over here. 4 buttons to kind of control that menu in the middle there. And you've got your light controls, and you've got your autos, your lights, fog lights, etc. Lights come on, turn it back to auto. This also comes with a 6-speed automatic, most similar to all of the Chrysler products of this time. One thing I do have to say, this is a 7-seater vehicle. That was about $31,000 back in the day. You get some creaks. You get some cheap parts. Hard plastic. But what I do have to say, even this hard plastic on the dash isn't very hard. Even on the door here, including, this is a soft touch here, and there as well. But yeah, you get some of your hard plastics with this vehicle. I mean, it is what it is. At $31,000 for a loaded Dodge Journey with all-wheel drive, you're not going to expect much more. But just some complaints. This is pretty unique here. This is a very unique design by Dodge. Although whenever I sit in this on this side, it squeaks and rattles constantly. So I don't think I would include this in a vehicle if I ever designed one, but I don't design vehicles. It is a great idea, though. I do have to say, this is actually a very good idea. You can hold a pistol in there if you wanted to. Glove box, adequate size. Awesome there. And really, if looking at this, this is a very, I love this. You guys know me, I love this. Simplistic designs, buttons, redundant buttons, simplistic design. I love this here. With this Uconnect, you do have to press on the screen to access your heated seats and heated steering wheel, which this vehicle has. But otherwise, this is simplistic. I love it. You got your heat, you got your cool, you got your auto, off, tune, volume, and your basic buttons right here. Hazards, traction control on, off. It's awesome. This is a perfect setup for this car. Very, very simplistic. You don't need anything more. 9-speaker Alpine sound system as well. To put that into perspective, before they changed the body style of the Rams, the Limiteds, including my truck, my old truck, the Limiteds had that 9-speaker system as well. So, yeah, that's a top-of-the-line system in this Dodge Journey here. Moving to the back seat here, just like the front door, hard plastic over the speaker covers, hard plastic down below. You got some really nice soft touch here, soft touch there, and some soft touch there as well. Kind of a intricate way to get in the back seat. It is a nice design, but we'll talk about that later here. So you have 3 adjustments on this seat. This adjustment here is to adjust the actual seat, how far it goes back. You can see here, this seat really reclines. You can get a lot of reclining here. Can you fit 3 people in this seat comfortably, though? That's what we're here to find out. This right here, pull the lever, slide the seat back all the way in its back position there. So that is what you're looking like with the seats all the way back. So sitting behind myself, I have a fair amount of room here. Yeah, very fair. But looking close here, I don't have enough room for 3 of me, and I'm about 155 pounds, 5'8". So yeah, the 3rd seat would be pretty cramped. Over here, you get a nice leg room. You're able to really sprawl out in the 2nd row. I'm pretty happy about that. Again, you have the DVD player, so you can control that. Plug in a DVD if you want. Whatever you want to play. You have your aux cables right there. There's also a pull-down cup holder right there, which I would always have down if this was my vehicle, but it's not. Looking at this leather, though, faux leather. This is faux leather, not real. Pair it with the red stitching here, if you can see that closely. It is really awesome. 106,000 miles. Yes, there have been people that have sit in this back seat. It really holds up well. And if you can see, I'm going to recline. I can really recline back a long way with this. And I have a pretty comfortable ride. This is just about the same amount of room as if I were in a larger SUV, such as an Explorer or maybe a Tahoe, something of that line there, in terms of leg space. Not overall width, but the ability to sprawl out. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like it. And you can slide up and back. Me personally, I like it all the way back. This is your perfect vehicle. Now, you can see there is room back there, but there's not a ton of room. So, also, LED lights. Look at how bright those are. Those are pure LED lights in a Dodge Journey. I'm pretty impressed with that. It's pretty impressive. We're going to close that DVD player. Rear controls with auto back here. Pretty sweet. And we're going to take a look at the back seat. Leather, again, leather. Look at that red stitching. I don't even get that red stitching in my Genesis. So the thought put into this vehicle is fantastic. Have to say, I'm very thoroughly impressed. So, to get into the back, you're going to want to pull this. That pops up, and you just push to slide forward. Crawling into the back, I'm 5'8". Pulling the seat back. I don't have any control of that seat right there except for this button. So if I want to get out, I just push that forward, push the seat forward, and I can get out. Now, here we've got two situations here. So you can see this is the seat in the normal position, the back position. This is the seat as if you were to have small children in front of you. In this position, I have more than enough room. And you're only talking about, I don't know, 3 inches, 4 inches there. So in this position, I've got more than enough room in this third row. Although it's pretty cramped when it comes to this back seat. Trying to get some light back here. There we go. So moving to this side now. This is a 2-seater back seat. I am pretty tight. I don't have any room. This is me sprawling out a little bit here, and I'm still hitting pretty good. I don't have a lot of room back here. It's pretty claustrophobic. So what a difference 4 inches can make. But again, looking like that, now that person has no room. So this is a perfect place for small children. That's what I have to say about it. The seats are really comfortable, though. Don't get me wrong. You could definitely road trip in this car. Seats are awesome. These look brand new, for sure. Hard plastic all the way around. Yeah, that's okay, though. That's to be expected. This is a third seat in a budget econo box. Other than that, though, to get out, you just slide over. And that side has that same thing, and you just push that lever forward, and you're able to get out. So yeah, if the seat is in the front position, like it was there, it's fairly easy to ride back there in the third seat. But the problem is, sitting behind myself, I run into the same issue as the third row with that seat back. I have no room for my legs. Now, I could recline, and that gives me a little bit more room, but now the backseat person has no room. So, it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. This isn't a Durango. This isn't something a little larger. This is a mid-size SUV that tries to budget for a family of 5 or 6 or even 7. And yes, I am putting on my shoes because I just detailed this car, so I need to keep it clean. But, here's another little, just like on the Ram truck, you've got the stow and go. Pretty cool. You can fit Lunchables in there, a few Kool-Aids, whatever you'd like. Same with that. That's also waterproof in there. Moving back to the driver's seat. This model doesn't come with automatic wiper blades, and I don't believe any of the Dodge Journeys did, although that would be a nice touch, but that's what also keeps the cost low. Looking more at this interior here, we can see that Dodge really kept it simplistic. I can really tell a lot of the parts here were used in my 2017 Ram 1500 Night Edition, and in a lot of other Chrysler vehicles that my family also owns. But comfort, very nice, and you can really put the seat back quite a bit. Still going back. And we can move it forward, get a little bit closer to the actual steering wheel. There's a lot of range of motion for this vehicle. I think Dodge Dodge did a lot of things right with this Journey when they made it. They hit the price point of a loaded vehicle like this at about $31,000. You get a heated seat, 2 heated seats, driver and passenger, a heated steering wheel, the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. I don't believe this model has navigation on it. The 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with all-wheel drive. For this model year, Dodge's all-wheel drive was second to none. And you get the sunroof, of course. You get this cool little rear view thing there. Nice little quirk. And you get the rear climate controls along with the rear DVD. So for $32,000, something similar you would have to pay for all of this stuff in a Ford Explorer, Ford Flex, even the Durango, the Traverse. You're looking at probably $40,000 to $45,000 plus. Even in today's time, even in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, I know that's the same brand. Yeah, you're looking at about $40,000 to $50,000. So this vehicle, with 7 seats, undercuts a lot of the rest of the vehicles by $10,000. Yeah, the build quality isn't quite as good, but you get the Alpine sound system, which was used as the top-of-the-line sound system in most Chrysler vehicles up until about 2019. You got your heated seats, heated steering wheel, a fantastic driving position with seats, I must add, that are very bolstered. Very much nicer than, I shouldn't say nicer, bolstered better than other vehicles. It really holds you in your place fairly well when you're taking around corners. But with that being said, I had a 2011 Chrysler 200 Limited hardtop convertible. This car is very reminiscent of that. The seats themselves are not very comfortable. The leather looks fantastic. The wear on these is perfect for 106,000 miles. And everything about them is nice, except when you sit on them, if you're a larger male, you're not going to really like these seats. There's no comfort to these. There's no cushion to them. And they're not even hard like a sports seat either. They're just hard seats. So as I was saying, sorry about that. Another phone call. As I was saying, yes, the seats could be improved, but to be expected for a $31,000 vehicle. Finally, I want to go over reliability here. The backup camera, there's only a few points I really need to make. The backup camera has gone out on this vehicle. That's about a $600 fix. That happened with my Genesis as well. It's to be expected. I wouldn't say that's a huge deal. The AC works fine. Everything else works fine. You have your normal wear and tear with your brakes and your tires, as to be expected. This Journey did have a small oil leak, and it did get fixed, so that's not a huge issue. Otherwise, this 3.6 liter has been bulletproof. Lights work fantastic on it. There has been really no issues with this vehicle. It really is a great car. If you can find one of these for $15,000 or less, I highly recommend buying this vehicle. Not only is it stylish with the red accented stitching with it, it has a great sound. Some of the best sound Chrysler has to offer, in my opinion, better than the Harman Kardon system in my new Ram. great functionality here with the seat right there, with the 2 stow and go areas and that rear room. And it's very practical for your average family use. I would highly recommend this vehicle for sure.